Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Classic Comics. And today I'm looking at X-Force number 9 here. Okay, so the cover is kind of dull, honestly. The actual artwork is fine, but the static poses, I mean, they don't really excite you or make you want to read this book. So, once again, this issue is written by Benjamin Percy and art by Joshua Cassara. Now, the first few pages aren't really important, so I'm just going to kind of skip over them. And we'll go here. Okay, here. So, Beast sends X-Force back to Terra Verde. Now, Terra Verde is this South American country that Krakoa has an economic agreement with. The mutants have agreed to supply them with some of the organic technology that Krakoa has. They dealt with this, I think, like 2 or 3 issues back. But now the country has gone dark. No one can communicate with them. Satellite images show that the country's electrical grid is completely offline. Something's clearly gone wrong there. So Beast has Wolverine, Domino, and Kid Omega go to Terra Verde to investigate. So they try to enter the country through one of these plant gateways that they've set up on Krakoa, but they find the portal blocked. And it turns out that it's blocked by like this kind of plant structure that's holding all these bodies, dead bodies. And so they blast their way through that and get in. And then they start searching for the president of Terra Verde, who they made the agreement with. And they do find him, or what's left of him. He's kind of, I'm not sure what you would say. He's basically been consumed by these plants. So clearly the plants, they've overrun the place. They've clearly gone amok. And then Wolverine takes a look out of the window here. And he sees that, they've kind of taken over like this whole town. And they seem to be emanating from this temple here. Now, while making... so they head to the temple to investigate. Now, they're making their way through the jungle. And then this is pretty cool. So now you see this kind of jaguar that's stalking them, right? But it turns out the jaguar is actually some kind of jaguar made of plants, of plant matters. I mean, that looks really slick. So clearly the plants have sort of taken over all the life in the country. And they go into the temple to investigate. Meanwhile, a Beast goes and finds Black Tom. And he wants to send Black Tom through the gateway to Terra Verde because Black Tom can communicate with plant life. Sort of plants, speak to him, for lack of a better term. He serves basically as the island's security system because the island can talk to him and tell them if there's an intruder or something there that doesn't belong. But while he's collecting Black Tom, we cut back and forth between him and Terra Verde, and this is really well done, cutting back and forth panel by panel. It does a good job sort of building suspense. And while he's doing that, Kid Omega comes running out of the temple, running for his life. He's being pursued by these living vines, and he's calling for help. And so I won't show everything. I'll end it there. But overall, I've been very supportive of this series. It's easily the best book in this new X-Men relaunch. I've been mainly impressed with the writing by Percy. He's really done a good job of balancing the plot elements and advancing them while also giving us some character moments to help us emotionally invest in the story. And he did a good job of moving the plots of each issue along. X-Force didn't feel as drawn out or decompressed for the trade the way that the other X books do, and Cassara's art is really interesting. He has a style that reminds me of Dan Brereton. I think that's how you say his name. He did the Nocturnals back in the 90s and some other stuff. Not exactly like that, but that's the closest comparison I can think of. And his work is good again here. He's done a great job of depicting the plant-based technology on Krakoa, and you can see it in his work here. You know, with the dead president's corpse here, and then of course with this plant jaguar. I mean, how cool looking is that? But this issue definitely feels padded. You can see that there's probably going to be, you know, some kind of resolution next issue where they deal with this living plant and the threat it represents. But I'm guessing they could have just skipped this stuff with this party at the beginning that, honestly, it feels very pointless, and just gone right into the main plot, and then they could have wrapped this up in one issue. But, you know, trade sales, so they draw this out, you know, for another issue. Oh, well. Now, I'm giving Percy the benefit of the doubt here. Nobody's perfect. So I'm saying check this issue out anyway. Hopefully this is a blip and not a new trend for this book. Now, have you read this issue? If so, what did you think? Did you like it or hate it? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this content, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications of more videos. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.